Hello, my friends. Let's learn more about using watch, look, and see. Let's start with watch. Like we learned before, here is a common use of watch. We watch TV together every evening. Another example is they watched the deer cross the road. In the past, the pronunciation is watched, watched. In these two sentences, the meaning is to pay attention to something for a period of time. In the first example, they pay attention to the television. In the second example, they pay attention to the deer. We also use watch in different situations. Watch out! There's a deer in the road. Now, watch without has the meaning of be careful, pay attention, watch out. It's not always for emergency situations. I can say, watch out for past tense pronunciation in English. This can be a difficult topic. So here, watch out just means pay close attention to. But watch out is often used in emergencies. Another use of watch is this example. Could you please watch the baby while I go shopping? Could you please watch the baby while I go shopping? Here, the meaning is not watch like the typical meaning, where it just means pay attention. Here, watch in this context means take care of. So please hold the baby, feed the baby, change the baby if needed. And we can use watch to mean this, take care of. Next, let's talk about look. Look is a little bit more complicated. But one key to using look is that look often has a preposition after it. A preposition is a word that shows movement or location in time and place. For example, at, on, and in are prepositions. And often, not always, thank you, English, but look often has a preposition after it. When you use the typical meaning of pointing your eyes at something, at is usually after the word look. For example, if I want you to look at me, I can say, look at me. Look at me. It is not correct to say, look me. You have to say, look at me. This is very common with this definition or meaning of look. We need to use at. Of course, my friends, there are exceptions. Let's look at look. If you want a person, place, or thing to be where you direct your eyes, you will use at. I look at her. Or he looked at the clock. In these sentences, her is a person, so we will use at. I look at her. In the next sentence, the clock is a thing, so we must use at the clock. Again, it is not correct to say, I look her or he looked the clock. We must use at. And usually we will use at. But the exceptions are if you want someone to look in a direction, or if you are already using another preposition, at is usually not necessary. For example, I look outside. I look outside. Out is already a preposition that tells you the direction to look at. So therefore, I do not need at. In the same way, a direction like up or left, I don't need at. I can just say, look up or look left, look right, look straight. With those directions, I do not need to use at. There are many other common situations with look. And here, look is usually not the important word for the meaning, but there are other prepositions that can come after look that change the definition. Let's look at an example. They looked for his phone. Look for is different than look at. Look at is this. I look at my phone. I direct my eyes at my phone. But looked for means my phone is missing. I cannot find it. And we look for it because look for means search. You can look for a missing person or a missing animal or a missing thing. And then it's very common to say look for to mean search. Where is my phone? I'm looking for my phone. Ah, here it is. So look for means search. Another example is this. If a student asks me a difficult question, I sometimes need to look up the answer. We just practiced look up to be physical. Look up can mean I want you to look in this direction. However, here the meaning is different because context is important. If you ask me a question and I say, I don't know, I need to look up the answer. It means I need to look in a book or I need to look on the internet to find the answer. Look up is similar to research or find, and it's typical for information. So you can look up an answer about English, you can look up a phone number or an address of somebody. So look up means research and find information. Another common situation with look is to use it with an adjective like tired. You look tired. Here, the meaning is you appear or seem tired. So if I say you look tired, it means I think you are tired because your appearance is tired. And this can be used with many adjectives. You look beautiful today. You look sad. Are you okay? In these examples, it's the same. You look beautiful means I think you appear beautiful. Or You look sad means you appear sad. So it can be used for positive and negative situations. Next, look out. We just learned a similar example with watch, and look out has a very similar meaning to watch out. It means pay attention or be careful. And it can be used for emergencies, but remember, not always. Sometimes it just means pay extra attention to something. Next, I look up to her. We practiced two meanings of look up, but now we are also using to. I look up to her. If you look up to someone, usually this is about people. Look up to means you admire them. You really respect this person. If you want to use this meaning, you must have all three words. Look up to means admire. Look up has different meanings. So you need all three to mean look up to for admire or respect. Next, here are two examples that have a similar meaning. Let's look over the information and make a decision. Or let's look through the papers. Look over and look through are very similar, and they usually mean to read or examine something quickly. So if I look through my notebook, I am not reading everything carefully, but just scanning or examining quickly to think of an answer or to make a decision. So I am looking through my notebook. I'm looking over the information. So these two mean to read, examine quickly. It can also mean to review something again, to study something again, but it's not usually the first time that you see something. Finally, my friends, let's practice see. We learned through these examples that see means we are using our sense of sight. So it's not always on purpose, but see means these images are in front of your eyes and you perceive them. For example, we saw many animals in Yellowstone. Or she turned on the light so she could see. Again, see means using our sense of sight. Of course, we also use see in other situations. Did you see the movie Titanic? Did you see the movie Titanic? See in this context means watch. It doesn't mean quickly look at something and then not. It means to watch. Next, it was nice to see our friends yesterday. It was nice to see our friends yesterday means to spend time with them. In this sentence, we spent time with our friends yesterday, and I can use see to explain this. It was nice to see them. It's also common to hear someone say, "It was nice to see you." Next, I see your point. What do you think see means in this context? I see your point. Maybe you are in a debate with someone. If you say, I see your point, it means I understand your point. In this context, see means understand. Finally, I will see about lunch on Thursday. I may have another appointment. If you use see about, it is similar to think about or consider. See about means you are not 100% sure about it, but you have to think and look at your schedule and see if it is possible. So if you see about something, it means you need to consider or see what will happen in the future. My friends, there are other uses of watch, look, and see. So I want you to let me know if you hear another one. Listen to your friends, watch movies or television, and see if you can hear other uses of watch, look, and see. My friends, practice, practice, and never give up.